Hello, Teacher Preston here with another video. So I discussed yesterday learning strategies. So I spoke mostly about younger learners. So your sort of kindergarten, early primary school. You can use a lot of games, you can use a lot of fun activities, that kind of thing. Once you sort of start to hit middle school more, it gets a bit tricky. So upper primary, high school, getting their attention. And I think this is where education turns into more of a conversation about their likes, their interests, what they'd like to do. I'd say also bringing their interest back. Very, very important. So how can you bring interest back or their focus back? By talking about things that they like, that they're interested in. I guess you can also have games as well. So, but they're less effective. I think Elon Musk came up with a good point. He said, show them the why, teach them the why. So teach them why something is like this. Teach them why English is beneficial. So I guess creating interest, asking them for their opinions, asking them how to asking them what their ideas on a certain subject are very good. Why is it like that? Also, what I try to do is, so as opposed to teaching, how can I put it? Doing a warmer, teaching games, teaching another game, sort of recap before the end. With older learners, what I do is, in the textbook that we're working from, we'll do the exercise. We'll have a warm-up, do the exercise. Usually for warm-up, like younger learners, I get them to ask questions to each other. Or I'll ask them, how are you? How was your weekend? What did you do? Just to get the juices flowing. And then after we've done our exercise, usually there are questions in the textbook, but I'll ask them a question. So for example, if we're doing a text about, last 2 weeks ago, we did a text about ice sculptors. So I said, I'll ask them at the end of that unit, I said, do you want to be an ice sculptor? Do you think it's easy job? Do you think it's hard job? Why not? Those kind of questions, just to get them to start thinking about things. And I think that aspect, like Plato taught, like Socrates taught, to get them to think in this age is more important than ever. Because that's critical sort of lateral thinking. Very, very important. Very, 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 very important. To sort of open those conversations. I think writing as well could be sort of creative writing, getting them to write about what they like. Could be good as well. But again, the same technique, looking at the class, looking if they're bored, looking at whether they're concentrated. If you see them slipping, bring them back. It's like I said before, like the ebb and flow of the current, very, very important. Just thinking, a lot of thoughts in my head right now. Yeah, I think very, very important. Also, getting them to read out loud, getting them to read, period. This sort of generation, it's sort of tapered off. So it's you're not finding a lot of people that read, and it really impacts them. A friend of mine, his daughter, he tried to encourage her to read, but she never did. And now that she's in university, she's really struggling because she's having to work her way through dense material. Very, very difficult later on if you don't have that practice. And reading for leisure gives you that practice. I'd say also sort of teach, test, teach a bit. So you're having one of those days where they're not so focused, teach a bit, and then quiz them on it. And then teach a bit more and quiz them on it, something like that. And I think something that I've learned, I said it before, I've mentioned it, is don't feel like you have to rush through the textbook or the material. Take your time and make sure they understand it before moving on. I think very, very important. Usually we busy students are also very busy. They've got a lot of things that they're doing. So teaching a bit, it's better to take your time, especially if you can afford to. So if you're not working for a school or you're a tutor or you have your own business, take your time. You haven't got deadlines that you have to finish this curriculum by the end of term, whatever. Very, very, very important. Okay, so to recap, I think with all the students, keep it interesting. Number one. Fun as well, yeah, but keep it interesting. Ask their opinions. Ask what they want. If you see it's where the attention's dropping off, bring it back. Maybe do a bit of teach, test, teach. That's the third thing. I think the fourth thing is you can use some games, I guess, like, different types of guessing games, so getting somebody to put a paper, the old potty trick where they put a paper on their head and people have to guess who they are, that kind of thing. They're effective, but not always. I think also the thing is that when we reach a sort of upper primary, things start to become transition into sort of normal teaching. Well, not normal teaching, lecture-based teaching. But yeah, keep it lively. And I guess, like I said before, the fifth thing is build rapport. Always keep that relationship. Even if you feel like you had a bad day or something like that, just keep that relationship. Keep working on building relationships with your students. Because they'll feel comfortable, and when they feel comfortable, they learn. Boom. Very, very important. Okay, thank you for joining me for today's video. Bye.